Welcome to Abandoned History. The ocean covers more than 2/3 of our planet, a realm of beauty, power, and mystery. Beneath the surface lies a graveyard of ambition, the wrecks of ships that changed the world. Today we descend to the resting places of legendary vessels, ships whose loss redrew maps, toppled empires, and sparked revolutions. Each wreck tells a story of human endeavour, tragedy, and the relentless sea. From the Caribbean to the North Atlantic, we'll explore how disaster at sea forced innovation and changed history. These are the stories of titans meeting the crushing silence of the deep. Our journey begins in 1678 in the Caribbean, where France sought to dominate the seas. Vice Admiral d'Estrées led a fleet to seize Curaçao, but the real enemy was the sea itself. Ignoring warnings, the fleet sailed straight onto the deadly reefs of Las Aves. 7 warships and hundreds of sailors were lost in a single night, not to battle, but to hubris and miscalculation. The disaster shattered French naval power and left the Caribbean open to pirates, igniting the golden age of piracy. The wrecks of Las Aves became the birthplace of legends, where arrogance met the unforgiving sea. These sunken ships mark the dawn of piracy and a dramatic shift in colonial power. We travel to Tudor England and the reign of Henry VIII. In 1545, his prized warship, the Mary Rose, turned to face the French. Then disaster struck. A sudden gust, a sharp turn, and open gun ports let seawater flood in. The ship capsized and sank within minutes, taking over 500 men with her. The loss was a national trauma, forcing England to rethink ship design and naval tactics. The Mary Rose's sinking led to innovations that would help defeat the Spanish Armada decades later. Her rediscovered wreck became a time capsule of Tudor life and a lesson in humility before the sea. One ship's tragedy reshaped a nation's destiny. In the early 1700s, sailors could find latitude, but longitude remained a deadly mystery. In 1707, Admiral Shovel's fleet, lost in fog, struck the rocks of the Isles of Scilly. 4 warships and nearly 2,000 men vanished in a single night, victims of navigational guesswork. The disaster shocked Britain, spurring Parliament to offer a fortune for a solution. This led to the invention of the marine chronometer, revolutionizing navigation. The loss of HMS Association turned tragedy into scientific triumph, making the seas safer for all. Sometimes catastrophe is the mother of invention. The Titanic, symbol of the Gilded Age, set sail in 1912. Unsinkable, or so they claimed. Ignoring ice warnings, she struck an iceberg. Her hull was fatally breached. The sinking unfolded over nearly 3 hours, with lifeboats for only half aboard. Over 1,500 lives were lost, shattering faith in technology and luxury. The disaster led to sweeping changes in maritime law, including lifeboat requirements and 24-hour radio watches. Titanic's fate forced the world to confront its own overconfidence. Her wreck is a haunting reminder. Nature always has the final word. From tragedy came a new era of safety at sea. In 1915, the Lusitania sailed into a war zone, believing speed would protect her. A German U-boat's torpedo struck, followed by a mysterious second explosion. The ship sank in just 18 minutes. Nearly 1,200 perished, including 128 Americans. The world was horrified by the loss of civilian life. The sinking shifted American opinion, setting the stage for the US to enter World War I. The Lusitania's wreck is a monument to the moment war came home to America. One torpedo changed the course of history. December 7th, 1941, Pearl Harbor. The USS Arizona lay at anchor, unaware of the coming storm. Japanese bombers struck. One bomb ignited the forward magazine, obliterating the ship in seconds. Over 100 men died, most entombed within the wreck. The Arizona became the symbol of a nation's shock and resolve. Remember, Pearl Harbor united America, ending isolationism overnight. The sunken Arizona remains a war grave and memorial, still weeping oil, reminders of sacrifice and the cost of war. In a single morning the world changed forever. The Arizona's silence speaks louder than any words. May 1941, the Bismarck, Nazi Germany's pride, threatened Allied convoys in the Atlantic. After sinking HMS Hood, the Royal Navy hunted the Bismarck relentlessly. A lucky torpedo jammed her rudder, leaving her helpless. British battleships closed in, pounding her until she slipped beneath the waves with over 2,000 men. The Bismarck's destruction marked the end of the battleship era and the rise of air power at sea. One ship's hunt changed naval warfare forever. The wreck is a monument to the dawn of a new age. The sea once again claimed its titan. The ocean floor is a graveyard of empires and a library of lost moments. These wrecks are more than metal, they're the final punctuation marks on history. Each tells a story of ambition, tragedy, and the lessons of the sea. They remind us that for all our power, we are still at nature's mercy. Thank you for joining us on this descent into abandoned history. If these stories moved you, like, share, and subscribe. The deep holds more secrets. Are you ready to answer its call?